What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Appropriate Culture. Today we're talking about race and racism. Enjoy the show.
Maybe I should have done this. And we're live.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do we got on today here?
On the teacup.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got some Egyptian licorice, yogi tea, and you've got the turmeric ashwagandha tea. Actually, can't remember the company's name.
You were thinking of
Vadam? Yeah, Vadam teas. Yeah.
Vadam tea, delicious.
Yeah, it's new to me. I don't know how old the company is.
I enjoy the tea bags.
Oh yeah. It's ashwagandha and turmeric, which are two of the most anti-inflammatory and highest antioxidant foods you can eat. So I figured I'd give you a little health boost.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course, you gotta stay healthy. It's
Always
very important today.
How's your health
these days? I feel like it's getting better and better all the time. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in 2016, celiac disease in 2001. But I don't take pharmaceuticals. If I get a bad flare up, I'll take cannabis oil. But yeah, so I'm all about health. I'm juicing all the time, drinking tea, doing yoga, qigong. I actually missed my yoga class today, which is super bummer. Yeah, but
yeah.
Anyway,
well, you can always still squeeze it in before the day ends.
Yeah, word. Yeah, yoga is a constant thing.
Maybe we'll do a qigong session as part of one of the episodes.
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
And you can guide people through a session.
Yeah, and I've got some simple qigong techniques that really are helpful for just like kind of loosening up and getting your energy flowing. So yeah, it's a great idea.
Dope, let's do it. Well, this one, I'm not gonna go ahead and say it's like some sort of title that's going to resemble this is going to be like some super intense episode.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it can have a lot of weight attached to it, but I don't think that's the purpose.
Yeah, word.
Of what we're trying to do here is to add on unnecessary weight to, if anything, try to find some clarity amongst all this chaos.
Yeah. I'm hoping to give a different perspective and like how maybe say some words that can help ease some people's minds and tensions right now, because a lot of people are feeling attacked and tense right now and feeling the need to express their either victimhood or their allyship with people of different races. And I'm really hoping this over the course of the next hour we can help people kind of come together and feel good about themselves and about others, other groups. And I think the tensions are kind of being overblown right now, especially in the mainstream media. It's like everything is racially charged, and it's like if something happens between people of two races, it's automatically labeled as racism, when a lot of times it's just like sick, sad people who really need help, and they're lashing out because they're hurting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let's dive in then, because on a personal note, I've noticed this. I've noticed that the subject of race, the subject of racism, has always been a subject that's known and I should say understood. But it wasn't until the last 2 years or so. I'm just gonna put a number on, but let's just say the last couple years. That is my bad. Okay. It wasn't until the last couple of years that I noticed that it ramped up to a point where that's all you heard on the top social news. If you have any activist friends, that's probably what they were going and marching for. And so you notice this sort of big rampant, like way, like it's skyrocketed, in my opinion. One, do you agree with that? And then if so, why?
So I agree and I disagree with that. I feel like it has been a topic that is on people on the minds of certain people for if not years of years if not their whole life. Like I mean actually I went to Morehouse College, which is a historically black college, and growing up in Washington, it's like basically like white suburbia. I mean, I grew up in Mill Creek, Washington.
Mill Creek.
At the time when I was in high school, I looked up on the city website, and Mill Creek is like 80% white and like 15% Asian, and like it was 1.25% black. And I'm biracial. My father's black. My African American. My mom's white. And so yeah, it's like I've always been very aware of racial tensions and relations. And growing up as a kid, like I'd notice, I'd be out with my dad. I'm like 2 or 3 years old, and then I pass an older black man on the street, and he would nod to me, and I'm like. And white people didn't do that. It was like I noticed there's like this unspoken like camaraderie almost amongst black people. Even here, in Seattle, and maybe it's because there's so few black people. It's like, I don't know. It kind of builds.
I know exactly what you mean.
But
I've experienced the exact same thing.
Yeah,
so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, word. And so it was something I noticed from a like early age, and then I actually like my childhood, I grew up essentially in white suburbia, and then so I wanted a different experience, and so I applied to 2 colleges. I applied to WSU and Morehouse College in Atlanta, and I got an academic scholarship to Morehouse. So and I like really wanted to go. My cousin was going there, my cousin Elkanah, and so. Yeah, I went to Morehouse, and it was a really eye-opening experience. And I can say, at a historically black college, like race is something that is like talked about like all the time. Like,
I bet.
Every day, and
I
it's
bet.
like
It's all over.
Yeah, and so like for me, it was like
because it's in the name.
Yeah, word. And so for me, it was like something that the past few years I've definitely noticed. The mainstream media trying to use it to divide people, like essentially creating a situation or anytime there's like racial tensions, it's always just like really played up. And kind of for the first time in the last few years, it's been where the story of like the victim is told, and it almost seems like it's like pro minority or like really trying to help people who are being oppressed. But under further examination, anything I see in the mainstream media for the most part is like trying to show that racism is like a huge problem, and that everybody is like that everybody is racist,
They're
like,
instigating, not reporting.
Yeah, it's like, and it's 2
different things.
Yeah, and there's a lot of you see a lot of like violent crimes, and it's like we live in America, like almost like the average person you go out is gonna be a different race than you. Like likelihood, if you go out, on the street, there's gonna be other people of other races, and so and like, and people might have prejudices and stuff, but like I feel like the people who are carrying out hate crimes, for the most part, are like very disturbed people, and they're essentially like either mentally ill or, usually mentally ill, or and
just that like, runs across all races, not exactly. One particular one.
And so a lot of times I feel like when there's a racial there's violence and it's between two races, it's automatically posted as, oh, it's racism. Like this was racially, like they, attacked these people because they were, this race. And like sometimes that's not it. A lot of times it is, but I feel like there's too much focus on this, on the like tension. And if you really look at it from a metaphysical perspective, the worst thing you can do for yourself or for someone else is to believe that you or they are a victim, and to really see them as being oppressed all the time, or see yourself, because with the law of attraction, you really attract more of those situations, more of circumstances or experiences that will cause those same feelings that you feel in your body. So I'm sorry, kind of just, went off on it, but I do see it as being ramped up as far as like publicity in the last couple of years, and big kind of like demonstration or like big events with like George Floyd, being killed, or other, violent attacks on, minorities from police that are like publicized, and then it's just blown up. It's literally all you hear about for weeks. And it's like, yes, like that, that's a tragedy, but like what, just like lamenting and just like wallowing in the anguish is not a solution. I think we really need to start, seeing these problems, and let's start pointing at the solutions. I feel like the media just wallows in just, oh, this is awful, like, these people are such victims, and
zero
like,
solution.
well, yeah, like, well, let's
and all hype.
That's awful.
All
let's
hype.
help them. How, here are 10 programs that are, changing the situation. Like, why don't we do that?
All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.